G'day guys, how's it going? Top of the morning to yous and all that sort of stuff. Bit of a video, some updates on some group builds, a couple of shout outs, and to celebrate 100 subscribers to the channel. Never expected to get 100 subscribers, and it's really good that I'm actually connecting with people out there, so yeah, fantastic, and thank you to all my subscribers for subscribing. It's been really good, and I know it's not all about the numbers. I just enjoy doing it, and I've made some good friends. So 100 subscribers, thank you very much. And the next thing I'd like to do is just a couple of shout outs. So the first shout outs to John Moore. Thanks for your kind words, mate. I had no trouble sending you that kit, but it was exactly the same one as you got. So I think they'll go well with your little M41 Walker Bulldog. Another shout out is to my mate Michael at ModLart633 for reaching a milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Fantastic. Michael, well done. You deserve every subscriber you get, and it's a real pleasure to watch your videos. You do some excellent work. Well done, mate. Another sort of bit of an updated channel, and a shout out is to the Rebels at Cloud9. If you can hear me, matey, I'm having trouble actually commenting, leaving comments on your pages and replies for some reason. I can't work out what it is. I don't know whether it's a YouTube thing or one of your settings, mate. I'm not too sure. I'm just having trouble commenting. Thank you for your kind comments that you've left on mine too, mate. And with the Zero, there will be something coming up very shortly with the Tamiya Zero, 32nd scale Zero, and hopefully it'll encourage you to build yours as well. Anyhow, just get my little table. Some updates. Well, the spit is ready for gloss coat now that the paint is all hardened. Basic construction's done. This is for John Moore's Operation Torch group build. I have done the fake mark, the black out of the British markings. I've added the propeller, which was a real bugger. I don't know why they had it like that. It took ages to get the propellers in the right sort of angle, because there's no sort of locating lug. Exhausts are on. All the small pieces have left off, of course, until I get the gloss coat done and a bit of a wash and a bit of a weathering. Then I'll add all the small parts, so there's less chance of breaking them off in the process of the weathering. But I'd have to say that I am very happy with the way it turned out. It's had its issues, but yeah, no, I'm very happy with that. Looking forward to get it finished off. So this will be sort of the final reveal sort of thing, or final update on this one before I get stuck into doing the Dorama base for John Moore's build. The second update I've got on a kit is the one for the Foreign Service group build, which is the Australian, the old Eschi Mirage that I'm building in the Australian markings done the high speed silver. What can I say? This has been a very big challenge. My first ever spraying anything silver, and I don't particularly like doing it. It's really been a challenge to get it right, and I don't like silver. It looks a little bit mundane, especially when I first painted it. Everything was silver and it looked like, oh crap, it looked like shite. But I've added the dark grey on the tips, on the leading edges of the wings. The nose has been painted. The canopy I'm working on, the cockpit, the inside of the cockpit painted black. I've added a couple of different shades of silver there to sort of break up the mundane of it. I'm still not very happy with the, and because silver will show up any tiny imperfection. Just let me grab my little tool here. It's got some still got a couple of seam marks running down the wings here, which are a bit rough. But alas, in the markings in the decals there is a red stripe that runs over here, so that should cover up that. Because I had the kit is just really bad, and I did add a little bit of chipping on a few surfaces, of course, because this is not a natural finished aircraft. It's painted, so. So I'm happy with that. Everything's sort of coming together, just a few little touch-ups, and then I can start put a gloss coat over it, which will tie everything into itself again. And then once the decals are down, then I'll put a satin coat over it, and hopefully it'll look okay. So that was for my Foreign Service Group build. That's sponsored by Fargo Scar Models. Look him up. Nice guy, young bloke. Needs all our support. It's been a big few weeks since the last update. We had a bit of a get together here in Tasmania, our little island state. We have a little scar modelling club, and I think about 10 of us got together from across Tasmania and met at my mate's place, who's also a member of our little club, and we had a meet and greet and swap meet. So I took a lot of car kits along that I've had for years, and swapped them. There was a guy there with a bit of armour, so I did pick up a little bit of armour. I swore that I wouldn't buy armour kits, but after seeing some of the stuff that you guys are building, it's been pretty good, so I'll do some reviews on those later. And talking about armour, a bit of a quick update on my entry for Steve Mottram's Gulf War build with the Abrams M1A1 with the mine plough. Been tinkering around on that, and I haven't done much projects except clean a few things up. Build a couple of assemblies because I've been watching Bez Beasley's update, and he's doing the Academy Abrams, and there's a few things I've learnt off Bez with his videos as well, but I've sort of started the basic construction on this. I've had to fill these holes in here, which must have been from remote control at one stage, because I was a bit disappointed with this, really, thinking that the kit was made, this part of the kit, I don't know about the rest of it, maybe the hull and the upper half was moulded by Tamiya in 1982. And look, it's a Tamiya kit, and yes, but it's really starting to show its age, and there's some really horrible injector pin marks in a few areas which need hiding, which I might be able to get away with in the weathering process. But the mine plough is done, but there was just really, there's some injector pin marks here, there and everywhere which are in the visible side of the surfaces. I might be able to fill those in, and said we're not in the weathering process, but for what I paid for the kit, I thought it was a new tooling, and obviously it's not. The other major factor on the kit is when I've gone through and did all the wheels. These had a very big ridge, like a moulding line. They took a fair bit of clean up, but I've got them cleaned up, and been adding just a little bit of damage to the rubber. In Iraq, I thought, going through with a mine plough through minefield stuff, pushing them out of the way, so my front wheels will be a little bit more chipped and damaged in the rubber part of the road wheel than the rear one. So I've been doing that, and as I said, I've been watching Bez's channel, and with his Abrams, he's doing the Academy one. These have got, as you probably all know, a non-slip tread, like an epoxy put on them that stops these surfaces getting slippery. Well, these kits haven't moulded, so I just watched what Bez has been doing. So I got some Mr. Hobby Maskell, which I'll use to help mask off some of the curved areas, which I've got a couple of drawings now. I've been doing a bit of research for that, and then I'll mask out the other areas, and then I'll use a old bottle of which is not much good for anything else, but Mr. Surface 1000. So what I'm hopefully doing, once I get it masked out, I'll get my old favourite stippling weathering paintbrush, and I can carefully stipple the Mr. Surface to replicate a textured surface, non-slip surface. So that's what I've been doing. So that took me a little while to get that. So I'll be doing a bit more. I've been doing bits of this between the aircraft builds, so this one will now have a little bit more work done to it while I'm waiting for different stages of weathering and decaling and everything in the other kits, so I can tinker around this one. But I don't want to sort of get myself over committed for too many kits, because that will is where you start doing too much. You sort of lose where you are. You get all excited and start doing all these kits, and before you know it, you've got nothing finished. So that's that one for Steve Mottram's group build for the Gulf War. The other thing that I've got here, but I'm not too sure on, I picked up some figures for the Say Cheese group build, one of the parts of the Say Cheese group build, and I thought these would go with the kit I've got. These are the German Panzer Crew 1941-1942. Guy there with the camera and the rest of the tank crew posing. And so I thought it might be around the Battle of Kursk area. Operation Citadel or Barbarossa, sorry. But the little figures are very, very well moulded. I don't know if there's Vesta or ICM or something. A couple of heads look a little bit apish, the faces, but I might be able to do something with it. But the tank I've got that I did a swap on, I think is completely wrong for these type of figures. So I'm thinking maybe like a Panzer 4 or Panzer 3, not a Panther. It must be the early stages. So I don't think I've got a Panzer anywhere, Panzer 3 or 4. So we'll work out something that I might have to look at getting a kit later on down the track. Okay, so with purchases from my swap meet day, I picked up, shrink wrapped, a Dragon Premium Edition SDKFZ 184 Elephant. And she's a big beast, this thing. I like John Moore's little Panzer with all the detail and everything, but this one comes with etched, slide moulded parts. Boy oh boy, look at the goodies in it. So I'm very looking forward to building this one. The detail in it looks absolutely superb, and I do love this big Ferdinand tank destroyer. It's got the magic tracks in it too, which would be nice. Brand new elephant magic tracks. There you go. And there's a couple of different variants. I haven't undid the box yet, so I might do a review on this one, just to see what it looks like. So I've got that. I've got another premium edition Dragon kit of the Panther D, which I was hoping to use that figure set from, but obviously I think it's in the wrong period. These were introduced in 1943 and first saw action at Kursk, I think, what I've read. So I think the crews might have changed a little bit, but it looks a great kit. It's got nice photo etch in it. All the slide moulded hollow barrel on the machine guns, etch grills are real little beauty. Metal U-bolts, and wow, I didn't realise it's got all that sort of stuff, but that looks fantastic. So that's one of them. I picked up some more figures. I got the Panzer Crew Russia 1943, so that could even go with my Elephant or my Panther D. picked up these Tamiya kits. I'm hoping the front of it there, it'd be nice to have a couple of little birds in it. We'll have a look and see if it's got birds in it. I haven't even looked in it. Oh, it has two. It comes with the birds. Isn't that awesome? To me it looks nice too. The stuff looks nice, so that's good. Oh, the birds are in it. Unbelievable. So you got a crow and a little sparrow. Very nice. So I got that as well because I do like my German stuff. The boxes are a little bit ratty, but that doesn't bother me. I'm not going to order them. I picked up a Tiger One light version from Tamiya. Oh, look at that! I got some bonuses. I got a aluminium barrel, and I got some grills for the back. That's a bonus. Got individual track links, and the model looks very nice to me. Quality, nice and easy build. So, but in very high standards. So, wow, that's a bit of a bonus getting some extra bits in that one. Because I didn't even look at it. I just went, yeah, I'll swap you this, swap you that, you know. Awesome. Another sealed box of figures. I got a Stug Smart Kit Stug 4 early production. SD code said 167. Once again, looks very nice. This one was open. I did look in this one. This does intrigue me for the fact that it's got those shirts in it, John. Lots of bits and pieces. Boy oh boy. Just all those little track pieces in there. Wow. They have got some stuff in, really, haven't they? The only thing I noticed of this one is Zimrit. But I think there's some options there that I can build it without Zimrit. I'm not a big Zimrit expert. So that's got that one to do. And I picked up some mini art German artillery crew and a Hummel. Apparently this is one of the early Dragon releases, but still should be a nice kit apparently. So and with this one there was a bit of etch the bloke threw in with it of the floor and some ammo storage and stuff that he got for the kit and sort of can't sell. So I'm really looking forward to that one too. Got a soft spot with this one and the Nashorn, which I've had a Nashorn I had in the stash, so it's early Dragon Nashorn as well. So that was the scores in the military stuff for purchases. If anyone wants an inbox review or anything, or some extra photos I can send the kit, or any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll send them to you. And yeah, that's about it really. Stay tuned shortly for a announcement. We'll be running a group build between me and a couple of other channels on here. This group build announcement will come through probably the next few days once I just hear back from one more party, and we'll release the theme and that sort of stuff like that. So yeah, we've been plodding along. I love everyone else's work. And the other thing, guys, if I don't get to leave a comment, I try to. But all you guys, thank you very much. Peter's Plastics, Bez Beasley, Steve Mottram, Rebels Cloud9, Model Art 633, all you guys that are regular, been long time subscribers to me, thank you, and thanks to all the new guys. We hope to get onto you before. There's one other guy that I keep forgetting who it is. just did the inbox review on the ICM Dornier, and as well as Simon Kemp did a review on the little new to me 35th scale British Valentine tank. Boy, mate, I should have had it written down. I'm so sorry. It's right on the tip of my tongue, mate, and I can't remember. But yeah, keep up the good work there. I love watching your channel, mate. Nice and simple, and it's just how we should do it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you again for the 100 subscribers. Don't worry about ringing me, John. I had a toothache anyway, so it was early in the morning. Don't stress, mate. I picked up a bit of a head injury years and years ago, and as we were discussing the other night on Messenger, and every now and then old battle scars give you grief, and it's part of the grief process with me that's been ongoing for 20-something years. So yeah, guys, so feel free to leave a comment if you like the video, thumbs up, or you can do a Caesar, thumbs down. But I like the thumbs up. But stay tuned for the group build update, and we'll get this one underway. Not another group build. Oh God, not another one. Come on, guys. It keeps the models being built, doesn't it? And it keeps the fun going. So until then, take it easy, stay safe, and just remember, with a little bit of effort, you can get good results out of an old kit. Catch ya.